Once upon a time in a small village nestled between rolling green hills, there lived a boy named Tiny Tim. Tim was called Tiny not because he was small in size, but because he had the biggest heart in the village. Everyone loved Tiny Tim for his kindness and his endless curiosity. One sunny morning, as Tim was exploring the woods near his village, he stumbled upon a path he had never seen before. The path was lined with the tallest trees he had ever seen, their branches swaying gently in the breeze. Intrigued, Tim followed the path deeper into the woods. After walking for what felt like hours, Tim reached a clearing. In the middle of the clearing stood an enormous door. It was so tall that Tim had to crane his neck to see the top. The door was adorned with intricate carvings of animals, plants, and stars. Tim, being the curious boy he was, knocked on the door. To his astonishment, the door creaked open slowly. Tim stepped inside and found himself in a land like no other. Everything was gigantic. The flowers were as tall as trees, and the butterflies were the size of eagles. Tim walked further and soon met a giant. The giant, who was sitting under a colossal mushroom, noticed Tim and smiled. "Hello there, little one. My name is Goliath. What brings you to our land?" Tim, a bit nervous but excited, replied, "Hello, Goliath. My name is Tiny Tim. I was exploring the woods and found this amazing place. It's so beautiful here." Goliath chuckled. "It is indeed. Welcome to Giantland. We giants live here peacefully, away from the hustle and bustle of the human world. Would you like to meet the others?" Tim nodded eagerly. Goliath gently picked Tim up and placed him on his shoulder. Together, they walked through Giantland. Tim saw giants gardening, playing games, and even baking giant-sized cookies. The air was filled with laughter and the sweet smell of freshly baked treats. Goliath introduced Tim to his friends, including a gentle giantess named Glenda, who was known for her delicious pies, and a wise old giant named Gregory, who loved to tell stories. The giants were thrilled to meet Tim and welcomed him with open arms. As the sun began to set, Goliath and the other giants gathered around a bonfire. They sang songs, told stories, and shared their giant-sized food with Tim. Tim felt like he had found a second family among the giants. When it was time for Tim to return to his village, Goliath walked him back to the enormous door. "You can visit us anytime, Tiny Tim," Goliath said with a warm smile. "Just follow the path, and you'll always be welcome here." Tim waved goodbye and promised to return soon. As he walked back to his village, he couldn't stop thinking about his incredible adventure and the new friends he had made. From that day on, Tim often visited Giantland, bringing stories and small gifts from his village to share with his giant friends. And so, Tiny Tim and the friendly giants lived happily ever after, their bond of friendship growing stronger with each visit. The villagers often wondered why Tim always had a smile on his face, but Tim knew that some secrets were best kept as magical adventures in the land of the giants.